All right, what's going on, guys? I just want to come on here and I want to talk about what's going on in the charts, what I'm seeing. Because I did put out that video early and we were significantly higher, right? And I'm just gonna say right now, right? If you opened up puts when you were still up here in this wedge, it's not a bad time to take them profits. I'm just gonna put that out there. You do have the hourly oscillators reaching oversold territory. You have this thing reaching extremely oversold territory over here, and as you see, your 4-hour RSI has taken a dive, like a complete dive off a cliff. And if you're not going to start bouncing here, I do think it's probably what up, Penrose. Just watch. Hey, what's up, dude? Yeah. So we called this. We called this sell successfully. Honestly, guys, we've been killing it recently. Please leave a like, guys. I don't think we can pump a live stream out to the YouTube algorithm, but regardless, leave a like. But yeah, guys. So we got this sell, and I do think that the big sell is starting. I think that this is the start. This is why I dedicated this Webull post. So not from yesterday, but from this day right here. I dedicated the vast majority of the Webull post. It was an extremely long post, like one of the longest I've ever done. And it was all to the fact that we are now in like the probable scenario territory. If we look back weeks ago from over here, this is where we said like, hey, we're going to be taking the big sell setup. This is the probable scenario. This is what's going to be, this is where it was going to start. You're either going to, we're now at the spot where it can start. All right. It can go up here, but it can start here. And look at that. It did start there. So I was seeing things just across the board that was suggesting that we would be breaking down. And then yesterday in the Webull update, I showed this. We actually are breaking down from this as we speak. And if you get the hourly close under it, which we do have 5 minutes left, which is another reason I started streaming here, cover my short term early. Yeah, so what I actually just did, so I have the 315 puts for June 16, and those are currently at they're just about at 450, so I'm up about 20% on those. I got 373 average. And what I just did recently, I actually saw a call setup pop up on QQ. NQ had the same thing going on. It was up here. Now we're melting through it. But here's the thing. So I picked a May 19 expiration on those. I got 3 of those. They are the May 19 327 calls. And the reason I picked that expiration is because I do think the dealers are going to have their fuckery going on. I don't think we're just going to have a trending week down. I don't think that's going to be the case, but we can see some days like this. And if we do have one more day of down, and listen, if that stop doesn't get hit, like it's only down 12% right now. I just want to give myself that leeway right there. But I also didn't want to cut the puts that I just entered. And because that's that's a heavier position within these intraday moves. Max Pain is now down about 4 or 5 on SPY, right? Let's actually pull this up. I gotta add a bunch of buttons to my stream deck. All right, Max Pain. So I mean, I can look at my Max Pain, and then we can just look at this one. And when I want to find what Max Pain would be, this is hang on. I thought it was that one that showed me it. Hang on. Let me, Dude, what is it? I swear I thought it was Swaggy Stocks. I thought this was the one that, showed me what I need to see. Maybe they just changed it. Alright, so maybe they literally just changed this over here. They definitely, not maybe, they definitely freaking changed it. The look of it. Why do we not have a 512 though? This is what I'm wondering. We don't have 512. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't have the Friday OPEX here. I don't know. But yeah, and I'm just gonna say right now, all right, May 19 Max Pain is 410. That is closing above 410, but underneath 411. That is Max Pain. So I do think like the dealers are probably gonna do their best to end the week out next week there. So let's talk about like a possible path for that to be the case, which I'm just going to say right now, SPY is breaking down right now. And I do think with how things are looking, like you're probably going to get this bounce right here. All right. Like honestly, guys, I don't want to take any profit yet because the June 16 expiration, this is why I don't want to swing in this environment, because like I have sexy, like really freaking sexy entries, right? Like it's been blowing my mind, and I'm sure it's been probably giving a lot of people false confidence over here in the Discord. Just know, if you're in the Discord, please just know, guys, I'm 100% going to be what is the word? Valuable? Yeah, is that how I pronounce that? All right, 110%. That is going to be the case. All right. So just know, like, yeah. All right. I wouldn't be you know, just know. Do not size up on all my trades because you think I'm going to be 100%. But you did start busting down here. I thought, like, I don't know why my lines move. I thought this thing had, it was bouncing here. No, it's not bouncing here. But you come over here to QQQ. You're busting through here. You have this as your next support. And what caused this, like, zone to even come about was just all these tops. All right. It was literally just where all of these tops had formed. And this is, you know, what connects all those bad boys. So I'm sure we are going to be getting a reaction there. And if it's not in there, guys, I think we're probably going to head down here to this 320.27 mark, and we're probably going to get a bounce there. And here's what I want to be watching for. And I think this is probable. And here's also a reason I don't want to take the profits on my puts. All right. I think maybe if you get down here, right, that is definitely where I think you get a bounce going on there. But then you could see something like that. And you could see a head and shoulders formation right here. And that would be something very valid that we could, you know, take some profits right here. Like maybe you take 1/3 off the table or half if you want. I only have 6. But, you know, all right. If you, and then when you come back up here, you can always add those back right there. But I do think, like, the larger time frame suggests this move is literally just getting started. Like, just getting started. Like, we could be on this first day right here. It could be one of these days where they send you up next week and maybe come back and make a new high. I don't know. All right. If that's going to be the case, then I'm going to be watching that. But let me show you why I don't think that actually is going to be the case, which is just, hey, the structure we got going on here. All right. Price action. Guys, you came back and broke this low already. All right. So that's why I don't think I'm going to get another, like, a better put entry. I could take profits on this. All right. I could take profits and then I could re-add probably, maybe somewhere here. But I don't think I'm going to get that entry again. All right. I really don't. And that's what I got to take 2/3, like literally on this candlestick right here before you start busting down. And at the time, guys, at the time, like, I'm going to have to get in the mode of swinging. Like, I mean, I was looking at this. I was getting ready for a put setup. That's what I was waiting for today. But then I saw this and I was like, you know what? Wait a minute. And then I saw this over here on DXY. I was like, nope. All right. You know what? This is what I told myself I was going to wait on. And then this is what I told you guys I was going to wait on. And now we're seeing it. And yeah, we're live. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Dunzy, today's a good day. Today's a good day. All right. Yes, guys. So let me actually, like, talk about just the stupidity that went on in my account, in my trading yesterday. It was just the stupidest thing. I had a call setup pop up, and this call setup paid me a couple $100, right? Like, yeah, not too much. It was like $150, but like it would have been nice. All right. It would have been nice because it was just a slow day. Like, you know, guys, we have the VIX down here and the VIX is not above 20. When it's not in this $20 to $30 range, you're not going to see these 1 to 2% moves intraday. It's just not going to be happening. But either way, I got the setup. It popped up. There we go. Your boy, Henry, you just had to be freaking patient. That's all you had to do. But guess what? I played a 0DT strangle, guys, and that is where this rule came about. I will not be playing 0DTs anymore. It's just not something that I will be doing. I have absolutely no desire to do. It's just, yeah, no, it does not put the odds in my favor. And straight up, I'll be like on the 0DT strangle yesterday. It's not like these were expensive things, but I had 2 of each side. And when you have 2 things that are both, like, I think they were going for 35 cents, just about. You know, that adds up, all right? And it literally demolished the gains that I would have had from the actual setup that popped up, which the actual setup turned out, let me just try and find it here, all right? I know it was, like, literally right at the bottom, too. Like, that's what I'm saying. It was this thing right here. You came right into this, you know, right into this area of structure right here where, you know, I figured you're probably getting buyers stepping up right there, all right? But yeah, it literally popped up at the exact bottom of the day, and your boy just waited for that, okay? But, like, here's also the thing, all right? That strangle, it's not like, it puts me in this mindset. It's like, oh, small money, just wait for one side to run hundreds of percents. The put side, it was the 324 puts in the 326 calls. I believe that's what I used yesterday. In the put side, went 100%. Then guess what? That went away. It was 100-something%. They're just about there. And then that went away. And then I saw the calls quickly go up 100% after those died in the following move. And I didn't take profits on either. So like all in all, it puts your boy in a terrible mindset. And I like, yeah, sometimes you can make extremely, you know, like very quick money, but it's putting you in the gambler mindset. And like what I realized yesterday as I was working, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about, I'm like, Henry, I said this out loud actually. And listen, guys, maybe you talk to yourself, maybe you don't. All right. It's just a thing that, you know, you do. I don't know. Can you take a look at Google trying to find a setup to play before the end of day? Yeah, just know, hey, don't force any setups. All right. If you are in the Discord, hey, we have had like a setup each day to play, and it's, you know, it's provided a decent amount of gains on each one of these. And it's not like, not even just talking about, oh, you're making 5-10%. No, like yesterday's provided a very quick, top of my head, I think I pulled trigger on 37%. I got to take off the last third. It's sexy. All right. Sexy. So if you guys are having, you know, if you are having trouble, you know, just not looking, well, yes, looking for setups, but also just like, hey, you're waiting for setups patiently. And like, how do you recognize them? I will show you. I bought UVXY calls May 19 at 6.16 and just got filled at 0.21. It must be because you're chatting up the markets entered because I waited all day for this. Hey, gotcha. Yeah, hey guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the little live streams. We'll do them like every, you know, like when I make the early video, and I make those videos, you know, at like pivotal spots. Also, I wanted to have the rest of the day to go record some of these, you know, each one of these individual lectures over there for the and they're not long, by the way. I'm just letting you know, I'm talking like max, we're talking 5-10 minutes on each one of them max. Some of them will literally be like a minute or two long. But yeah, for the free course, guys, I'm like very excited to put this thing out. All right, very excited. There are a lot of chapters in that. So but again, they're not all, it's not my YouTube videos. It's like literally, no, you're, I don't know, I think a lot of people are gonna love it. It's pretty straightforward. And yeah, I mean, listen, I understand that I already understand this stuff, but I'm pretty sure a beginner is going to be able to understand this stuff. And yeah, this is why I really wanted to make this live, guys. I just want to show you guys, you're probably going to be bouncing here. All right, you're probably going to be bouncing pretty soon off here. So I pulled my call trigger. I'm not going to say it was the best spot to do so, but you know what? If you're not on a trade by trade basis, and you're on the, like, you know, my next 100 trades, my next 200 trades, whatever it may be, whatever that mental amount of trades you're thinking of, all right, whatever it may be, just know that, like, hey, you know, like, yeah, all right, this is why I pull the triggers, and maybe it looks like, oh, you're a freaking idiot for doing that. Well, I think I'm, like, not a freaking idiot for doing that. I'm going to be quite honest on that one, all right? I think, you know, I'm making a good move here. And it's because, like, hey, all right, I'm thinking about my next 100, 200 trades. And now that I'm, so by the way, Notion, that is what I'm using to journal. And it's actually like really good to be journaling with. I've never found like something where like I'm actually like, you know, I just have everything all organized where I can, you know, click through every, like a trading view. Everything's like, I can, you know, on my videos, everything's swift, all right? I can like continuously, I'm in this flow state when I'm doing this, all right? I've never found like, you know, writing by hand in a journal and then having to flip through different sections in a binder or something. It's never been, you know, something I stick with. Yesterday, I literally journaled and set that thing up for like an hour, and I had a good time doing so. Anyway, if your courses like your Webull notes, hurry up and put it up. And put here, I can't wait. Dude, I'm serious. It's gonna be so, like, it's literally everything. I get like at least a comment every single time saying like, what is, I wish I could understand what this guy's saying, or this guy's, I don't know. I still can't believe people just comment and are like, oh, so you think it can go up or down? Yeah, of course I could think it go up or down, all right? But I'm sitting there showing you the probabilities, and like the probabilities in yesterday's thing suggested we were going to be taking a fall. And then that was also, you know, I that's what I said this morning in the YouTube video as well. But yeah, that's why I'm live streaming now. I'm here to show you guys like, hey, all right, we're getting to a spot where, you know, things are getting oversold here. I think we're probably going to begin that bounce. I did end up taking out that call trade in the Discord. I'm serious. Like, if you scratch your head, just know the only reason is because, hey, when an edge pops up, an edge pops up. I got two setups that I play right now. You guys are going to be experiencing one. I am currently over, we'll say, the next month or so. I don't know how long. All right, I'm going to be honest, but everything I share in the Discord, no, it's going to be strictly the setup that I have back tested. I have seen proof of concept in. I have experienced not just proof of concept, but the concept. I guess that is proof of concept. I don't know. All right. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. All right. It really is extremely accurate. All right. I like stopped tracking. I like started tracking a few weeks ago, and then I stopped tracking, and I wish I just kept tracking because it probably would be about an 80% win rate off the top of my head. Like, I really don't want it to give people false confidence and stuff like that. That is not at all what I want. But yeah, guys, you had a bullish divergence going on QQQ here. You have one over here on SPY as well. All right, it's like, in my opinion, it's likely that you do end up getting that bounce. And if you are in my scenario, like, I'm not going to do so because I have these calls, but you're in my scenario where you're up freaking 20%. Like, I know there was someone who said they got a 340 average. Hey, I'm talking to you, Attila. Hey, if you had the 340 average and you saw contracts run to freaking, like, right now, I'm looking down, they're at freaking like around 430 right now. If they, like, I'm sure, I don't know if they just ran to 450, but I'm guessing they're around there at the bottom. If you're in that scenario, then, like, you know, like I said, I'm not going to do it because, you know, I'm a pussy. I don't know. I'm new to this thing. I'm going to be straight up. Eventually it will probably, I don't know. I see these older individuals and I'm like, you know, my analysis is like really, you know, it's kind of spot on. All right. And I'm like, yo, it's like, you know, holy crap. These guys are 10, 20 years into their trading career. And I think my analysis is like, it's good. Like, it's on their level. That's what I'm getting at. And then I see what they're doing. And I'm like, holy shit. He has like 10, like, you know, that position is worth $16,000 or whatever. I'm like, eventually I'm going to get to that spot where it's literally that. It's like, I'm doing exactly what I'm doing here, just with like a lot more money. And like, you know, only way is to get there is what I was talking about earlier, the 100 trade basis and not the trade by trade basis. Is the only way. There's no other way to go about it. At least I think that's my belief. That is a belief. And that's the only reason anybody ever has an argument. You know, disagreement between the beliefs. I commented this on your video because I was watching it. When I saw you were live, thoughts on the debt ceiling fueling the sell-off. Yes, so that is why I picked that June 16 expiration and why, like, when I saw it, I pounced. I don't want to miss. I guess that is a little bit of inner FOMO. I'm not going to lie. All right, that 100%, I guess that's what that means. But I do think, you know, I finally let out my inner FOMO at a relatively sexy spot to do so, considering it was up here. I did do the other third somewhere in this mess yesterday, but there was that. But yeah, you know, pretty good this morning. That's strictly the reason is I know we have the debt ceiling coming up, and I pointed that out in my video yesterday. Well, not the debt ceiling coming up. We have the debt ceiling decision deadline coming up. And I pointed this out in my video yesterday over here in 2011. Like, this really did take a dive pretty quick. And if you didn't take your positions pretty quick, you know, you missed it. So that's why, like even though I know the gain's not going to be as good as my intraday trades and stuff, that's why I'm willing to, you know, I'm willing to get closer to that expiration. I'm not saying I'm going to hold it till expiration, but like I'm saying we're probably going to maybe decline into there with how the charts are setting up. And we got the May 19 OPEX. Either we fall before then with the, and I'm not saying we can't go down to like 400 to 405. Like, you have the 400 put wall, you have the 40160 gap fill, you got the 404 old gap fill down there. But let's talk about this first, and then we'll revisit over there. I want to go record some of those course videos, so we gotta be quick over here. But like at the same time, that's not the point of these live streams. I was trying to make early's video quick. I got through everything at like 10 minutes, and then somehow it was a 20-minute video because your boy just kept talking about stuff. All right, so blah 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 blah. But this is what happened over in 2011. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a similar thing go down like this, and I think the June 16 expiration is going to catch that, but I also don't want to say that publicly. Like, I just did say that, but I'm not gonna say it on a video because yeah, I remember saying stuff about the Feb 17 OPEX, and I'm sure a lot of people freaking lost money on that, and I remember feeling so freaking bad. And that was the month when I really had the switch in my head, like, holy crap, You have a lot of people, like, to me, maybe I'm like, in my head, I just think, oh yeah, we're all just one big trading group and like we all have our own opinions and stuff. But no, there are 100% people that just 100%, they just took what I was saying and they just went all in, and they got absolutely wrecked. All right, I got absolutely wrecked with them. All right, like, I didn't get absolutely wrecked. I, like, you know, I told you guys, like, hey, I'm not saying I'm going to do it now, but if, like, that's what I remember. I was taking the positions this whole way up, and then we got somewhere. I don't remember when it was, but I said I was going to do what I got to do, and I did what I got to do, and pretty much flipped up, switched up expirations. I started trading again instead of just, you know, sitting there like what's the saying? Like a sitting duck in a pond. I don't know. There is a saying. I swear there is a saying. But yeah. All right. What was I just saying? I said we were gonna go visit something after the 2011 debt ceiling crisis. I don't remember what that was though. I have absolutely no idea. Let's look at what ES is doing right at the bottom of the range. So that's why, like, hey, I really do believe this is a pretty sexy spot to be going long and to not be, you know, to be taking profit. I think this is a very sexy spot to be doing so. And this is strictly why, like, well, not strictly why, I just pointed out the other reasons why, but now you got ES at the bottom of the range. This is what I was like, hey, probable scenario is, like, you know, these are the obvious spots, guys. All right, I don't know what else to say. These are literally the obvious spots for buyers and sellers to step in. That's the only thing I really show to people, and people think I try and claim like, oh, I know what's gonna happen. I don't got a crystal ball. I got no idea what happens next. Right, what I do know is, you know, I could put the odds in my favor pretty often here, and that is what I'm doing here. All right, there's that. Maybe I should have taken the SPY setup instead of the QQ setup. How are we doing over here? Oh, look at that bad boy go. All right, so something I've been watching is actually the 8 EMA. All right, I turn it off for all, like, you know, when I'm sharing my analysis stuff because it clutters the chart. But this actually earlier right here, so this is what started to trick me, and I'm glad I didn't take the profit. I was like considering taking profit. I like want to, dude. This is like a decent amount of money here. But look, you got the fake out, and it happened over here too. You got the close above it, but you could literally watch this thing for the potential spots. I'm not saying the spots as price is going to turn around. You're going to ultimately have to watch price action. So like, and I mean, it sucks because you got to watch for things like this, like prices all the way down here, and say you're in puts, and like, I know like June 16th, that's far away, but if you're in like say May 19th puts, your puts are getting demolished going from here to here. You got to make decisions on the spot in this option game. That's just how it works. But yeah, ultimately, like this 8 EMA right here on the 3-minute chart, I watched it on the 3-minute and the 15-minute, but this is how I use it on the 3-minute, how I have been using it over, we'll say the past like month or so. I've been using it in this manner. I watch price action. I have IBM 123 calls up 52% next week. Should I secure the bag? Let's look at IBM. I don't want to, you know, like tell you what to do here. I really don't, but I am going to tell you this does look like this thing is bottoming. But again, I don't want to, I don't like influencing people. I really don't like the whole influencer thing. I don't want to influence you guys. Eventually, hey guys, I'm just letting you know, if someone offers me $1,000 to advertise on my videos, all right, I will put together a minute presentation of that. I will so take $1,000, all right, or whatever. Like, listen, if it's like, like, would I take $100? I don't know. Maybe I'd give some like, you know, you get 30 seconds of my vid if you give me $100. I don't know, but I'm just letting you know, guys. Know I will 100% be doing that if people, you know, if the channel grows that much, which I have no doubt it will. But yeah, just, you know, in advance. But yeah, honestly, guys, you know, William over here, I do think this is, you know, you probably did catch the bottom here, but just, you know, you said next week, that is a thing. Like, hey, you're going to have to be watching that. All right. If you can get over here, you're probably going to push on up here into this next spot of resistance, which is up towards 124. And that's why I say I don't want to tell you what to do, because if I tell you to secure the bag right now, or if I tell, let's say this, I'm telling you right now, if you get over here, you're going to go over here. And since I'm saying that, are you going to hold and then maybe it plummets and now you're not up 50% and you're going to be mad at me? That's why I'm always skeptical about really telling people stuff. And like over in the Discord, This has been something I've been extremely, first of all, well, I haven't realized anything. I'm just up, so I can't say that. I cannot say that. Oh, I was not. Oh, he didn't have a poll yesterday, so there's that. But over here on the ticker request, this is something that I'm gonna say right now. This is actually something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're blowing up here on the channel, guys. We're at 2.5K now. We were at on Christmas Day. I reached a K. But yeah, over here, this is where I've been loving this ticker section. People can literally just anytime, all on the spot, look at tickers for anybody in the Discord. And this is where, you know, I've made it very clear, like, it's not on YouTube. I don't know if someone's gonna, you know, do these dumb things off of what I say, because I'm a dumb guy. But you know, over here, it's, you know, if you're someone who's doing that, I'm guessing you acknowledge that, like, hey, all right, this guy's not giving me financial advice. I cannot hold him accountable if this thing does not do what he says. But, like, you know, if, like, stuff like this, like, now this, congrats if you got this, Netflix, wherever this was. I saw this, and I went back and looked at the calls. I was like, yo, why didn't I take this? I literally, but that's also a benefit, guys. I don't know, maybe I'll start taking individual calls and stuff like that, or just individual options again. But you know, I tried that out with the whole, when I launched the service with the swinging stuff, and it went so bad. But hey, you gotta try stuff out. That's just how it works. But yeah, over here, yeah, Netflix was in a falling wedge. This was literally right there, like literally right at the bottom there, that I didn't even look at that. I watched many people giving TA on all kinds of different companies, regulations, policies. In the end, make my own choice and accept full responsibility for my profits or losses. One thing that I notice others do is place disclaimer. My bad. I got my microphone over here. I got the thing over there. I gotta, like, eventually we'll upgrade the setup. All right. I'm actually gonna be buying over the next probably 2 weeks. All right. I'm not gonna put a date on it. But I am gonna order Astros. I don't know when I'm gonna convince myself to drop like $400, but we're gonna drop $400. I think it's gonna make the voice sound so crisp, but what it's also gonna do is it's going to like right now I got this mic on a boom arm. I got the Elgato Wave 3, I believe this is, on a Samsung boom arm, and every time I want to look to the left on that monitor, I'm like away from this mic. So that is what I'm getting at. So yeah, I'm going to be changing the mic, and I'm very excited about that. That is going to be a Bluetooth thing, because right now I got the Beats, and then I got that. So like the Beats are for the, you know, stereo. All right, sorry I just kept you guys watching that. You guys can watch the charts. There you go. Oh, look at that. All right, we're moving and grooving to the upside there. Oh no, we're not. All right, we're coming back down. But yeah, guys, if you didn't bounce right here, I was thinking it was going to be right here at 321.50 to 323ish, around there. Disclaimer at the beginning of the videos, as well as periodically throughout their videos and text. Anyways, keep up the good. Hey, I appreciate you guys. I'm serious. Like guys, I mean, listen, there are like Lacey over here. Listen, Lacey, I talk to Lacey so often in the comments. So like, you know, you've been around since the beginning. So a lot of you guys, I just know you guys by name. Well, your screen name or whatever. You could sell a portion, nothing wrong. Yeah, so that's honestly, that's something that I would really I would say that's very valid. All right, if you can secure profits on that. Who's it looking at? Here we go. All right. Yeah, if you could secure, like, hey, if you're up 50%, we'll put it this way. Something I've been doing just to make sure I stay in the flow, in the zone, is like, say you're up, like, I mean, I'm not going to say I did this, like the other day I cut, I think it was one at like 12%, one at like 20 something percent, 23% I think it was, and then one at 35%. I think that was, or 37%. I think that was the exact like numbers from yesterday's call play. And what you do by doing, like, scaling out of 2/3 of the position and having that one runner is, like, that one runner I actually think went further than that. It would have went, like, you know, a lot further. But, like, still, you know, why not take it? There's that. Or I'd cut at the top. I don't remember. All right. But by doing that, you effectively just decrease the cost of that last call. So by securing, we'll say, you know, 10%, and then we'll just round down to 20% of one. All right. You now can afford for that last call to go down 30%, and you still didn't even lose any money. It's a completely, like, there you go. And if you're up 50%, and let's say you have 3 calls, you cut 2/3 right now, and you have that one call, that's a completely free call now, because, you know, let's say $100 is each thing. You spent 300 on all 3 of them. 2 are up, you know, 50%. There's 50 on each, $100. All right, so it covers the last cost of that last call. So that's something that I've been using just to literally just stay in the zone. I got that from Mark Douglas's, it's his book, but I listened to it, the audiobook version. I say that, but still holding home in for sure. So you just said the done, dude. It is easier said than done. It's tough, and that's why, like, I'm putting out the course, but like, I've gotten some messages like asking just for help in trading, and some people in, like, you know, not in the Discord, but over on the Patreon platform, that messaging system. I've gotten some people just kind of like asking me, and I just like don't, like, I just feel uncomfortable really. Yeah, I mean, it's a must, but it's tough. That's like the toughest part of the game is literally just taking the profit. Like, that's why I pulled the trigger on calls. I didn't, but if I was pulling the trigger on calls over here, I probably would have probably pulled the trigger on taking some profits on puts. I don't know. All right, but it really is the toughest thing, and I'm not going to say I got good advice to give. I like what I was talking about earlier at the beginning of this live stream. Because yesterday, like, I made it so I didn't make money on the day. I've lost money on the day. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not at the point where I can point to, yo, I got 6 months of profitability under my belt. No. All right. I'm not going to say the past few weeks haven't been, like, very nice. All right. They've, you know, we've ended up pretty much every week for the past 3 weeks. There's been that. But yeah, I'm doing what I gotta do to make sure I do get to that. You know, you have 6 to 12 months under your belt. Like, if you're starting a business and you want to leave your job, yeah, you gotta, you know, the business has to replace that income, and then you need to have that consistently doing so. And that's like how I'm treating, like, my trading. That is my business. My trading is my business. There's that. I mean, I guess YouTube, like, this all my platforms, I guess, also are. Webull, I can't pull anything out of Webull. Look at this. This is why you pull your trigger when it makes sense to do so. I'm not saying I did in the best spot, but what I am saying is, hey, all right, like, you know, this is the exact reason, all right, because you never know. You literally just never know when things are going to end up, you know, doing stuff like this. And, like, yeah, I'm like up 1% on these, but guess what? All right, guess what? Now we're seeing buyers stepping up, and that is something that I like to see. So this is what I was telling you guys not too long ago, like literally right over here. See, we're getting the closes over this 8 EMA on the 3-minute time frame. So yeah, I get it. That's not going to show you that you're getting a trend reversal, but what it is going to show you is the potential spots you could be getting that trend reversal at. Up here, that is a spot like, hey, you saw buyers stepping in, but then you quickly took this out. You would have needed, now I understand, at that point you would have needed this right here to be taken out. All right, and if that was taken out, say you got a 3-minute close over that, then you have the potential, you would have your higher high up here, so you would effectively have your lower low, but now you've had the higher high, so now naturally you're looking for a higher low down there. All right, so that's what I'm saying. It shows you the potential spots, and you got to know what to watch for. I'll show you in the Discord of what to watch for. But then, yeah, over here, like over here, I understand this is pretty far away from there, but it shows you the potential spots. And if you then saw it rise over here, and then let's say you had a close right here, and then you come back down here for a higher low or something like that, and then you come back up. All right, down here on your pullback, since you're up here, you know you're looking for that pullback and you're looking for a higher low. That is where you secure your profits there. I'm just, yeah, I don't know. I'm taking you guys through this. But yeah, all right, I do think buyers are starting to step in right here. So I think I think I made a valid decision there on the spot. There's that, which I'm just going to tell you guys right now. All right, every single time. All right, like we'll say 9 out of time, not every single time, but 9 out of 10 times when I sit there debating something in my head, it's usually like a decision I shouldn't be making, because it usually bites me in the butt later in the day. So just something I'd throw in there. All right. But yeah, guys, I just literally wanted to come on here and show you guys that, you know, all right, we're getting that reversal. I know it turned into a 30-minute thing, but I started only trading momentum because I too struggled of when to get out. So now I'm in most trades 5 minutes max, while most are less than. Someone just what? Someone almost just nailed something out. Holy! So I live on like a corner. I wonder if someone just like, woo, Bad. That's so bad. I've seen a few things over the years, but yeah, that sounded like rough. I actually saw, dude, someone the other day. I felt so bad. I'm like pulling in the street, and some guy is like, "There's a stop sign," and it was a three-way, and I didn't have a stop. And some guy literally in this, like, I want to say it looks like a 2005 Nissan Altima, maybe gray. It looks old, beaten up. He's whipping around the corner, whipping around the corner, no brakes. I'm just like, literally, I just like whipped to the right to get out of this guy's way, and on the spot, and he saw me late too. Like, his reaction was definitely delayed. If I didn't have quick reflexes, he was hitting my car. 100% what was happening. But yeah, he slammed on the brakes and the car stalled right then and there, and he couldn't freaking, I hear him trying to gun it. He can't get up this freaking small hill, and the car starts rolling backwards and rolls right into these two other cars. It was so fucking bad. It was so bad. And I'm just like, I don't know, maybe like 20 or 30 feet away when this is happening. And I just like pulled over. I was debating, like, fuck, do I go help out? Like I know he was doing a bad thing, but like, yo, he wouldn't have stopped the car there. And like that, I don't know, that happened because I pulled in at a terrible time. It was so bad. I felt so bad, but then I got out of there, and up until now, I definitely forgot about it. So it's whatever. But I don't know. Something I bring up. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna sign off here on that. I just wanted to show you guys, all right, what everything was saying. All right, just take this away, guys. Take this away. Larger time frames suggesting the sell is just being warmed up. And guess what? All right, if this volume is already here, you're probably going to end up getting increasing not over here on SPY. That's pretty crap volume now that I look at that. All right, so actually this is an indecision day. Guys, low volume days are dealers' heavens. All right, that is when they get to do what they've done here. You see this perfect range we've been in? That's that. And guys, this is how easy technical analysis is this. All right, it's exactly this. Now, I do understand. You got this hourly close down here, all right? It's some reason to be worried. I'm going to be honest. That is what I was saying. Like, I'll be looking for an hourly close over there or under here because you haven't been able to get it the whole time. But, yeah, no, you were getting buyers stepping up exactly where they should have. And now over here on QQ, you did end up already making that higher high. You can come over here to the smaller time frame. You did make your higher high there, all right? I would like to see the close over there, but even if we come down here, now I'm going to be looking for that higher low. And regardless, even if we come down here, I'm still looking for that bounce. All right, like, look at it this way, all right? Buyers want to step in here. They're showing their teeth right here, all right? If you get down here, do you not think they're just going to try their shot out right here? Like, they tried here. They clearly want to buy this thing up. So that's what I'm getting at. But yeah, I'll talk about what I really think is going to go down next year. I think it's going to be devious, guys. I think we're going to get so many opportunities next week. I'm hyped. But I also don't want to be hyped about trading because I acknowledge that's like, that's not the good stuff. You don't want to be euphoric in any way, shape, or form because of that 100 trade thing I was talking about. All right, it's either you're going off of a trade by trade basis or you're using proper sizing, and it really doesn't matter about this trade. It matters about all of the other trades as well as this trade. So there's that. All right, guys. Bitcoin broke down from saying you had the daily close. I think that's going to be an early signal on what we get on the indices, which is a further breakdown. Target is going to be 25K for that one. Larger time frame suggesting this move is just getting warmed up. But you do have this RSI coming down to the spot right here where you did get the bounce. So, hey, again, if you're sitting in in a very profitable position there and you open up your short right there at the top, there's absolutely no reason, even on this bounce, there's still absolutely no reason to not take profits. All right. Like, at least some, if you're still I'm just saying, all right, these are things, that, you do in a flow state. You just get in and out, you get it and you pull your triggers. All right, guys, that being said, I'll catch you guys. Peace.